You know, Mary, I don't know where to begin. You know, this is going to take a while. First of all, I don't didn't know anything about. I don't know what you said. You probably twisted something, which is why he did. Adonis Paul did the title, and I know you have enough sense to know that he would never do that. The second thing is, you know, I didn't give any money for him to go pee on my nephew's grave. And the thing I want to say about that, I want to talk about how you use your handicapped brother for sympathy when you done everything in your power to stay away from him. You didn't do anything for him. You didn't want to be around him. You didn't want to be at home. You were, you just lie about everything. I mean, you can't even read numbers correctly. You think you no, you don't think you know that sometimes people will make a comment just to stir you up. So I would love for you to show me some proof to hear me saying the things that you said in your videos today or yesterday, whenever you did it. I didn't see it till later today. You know, you I feel fortunate and blessed that the people know that you're a liar and they don't believe the things that you say. But, I am who I am, and I have to, I just want people to know that they're not believing, they don't believe you, and they can see what kind of person that I am. I'm not what you say at all. Now, yes, I got faults and I've made mistakes in my life, and I'll tell you about them if anybody wanted to talk about it. And I'll tell you what I've learned from my mistakes, because that's what happens when you get older. You kind of learn from your mistakes. But I'm gonna show you. I just want. It's not really for you, because you'll twist it and turn it and make it into whatever you want it to be. So it's this. What I'm doing right at this moment isn't necessarily for you. But I do got this for you. You had your little brother who you make a big production about how he couldn't walk, and just he was crippled, and yes, he was, and I've never not acknowledged him ever. In fact, the day, the anniversary date of his passing, I left him a message on his memorial page. You know what you were doing? You, if I have to go back and find it for you, but I'll be happy to show you the date. You were on there just being, I believe you were attacking your mom and, of course, me, and you didn't even realize the day. But yet, you say how much you loved him. But I'm also going to say this: anybody that, you know, instead of you using him to achieve your life of freedom, being paid for nothing, begging money, calling that to you that's your job, is being a bum, and you have tried to trash me, disgrace me, my family, my children. you know you've tried it all, but the one thing you never did to honor your brother, you never did anything with what God gave you: two good legs, 2 feet, 2 hands. Now, you can scream your mental all day, but I'm going to tell you something. The way you manipulate and the way you construct a story and line it up to tear people apart, and you organize your lies, you know what you're doing. You're you are clearly you're more of a psychopath than someone with all the stuff you talk about. You say, how could anyone, do anything to the grave of a crippled child or and say anything bad? Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't. But you don't realize, you don't even think about, or you try to avoid the fact that you disgraced, dishonored, lied, went on and, about my daughter who had passed away. Not one time have you ever acknowledged the goodness that was in her. Not once. You were trying to tear her down to hurt me. And that was months ago. But yet here you are saying how awful it is for people to even think about doing such a thing to him. You're a disgrace to this world. You wasted two good legs that he could have ran with. You wasted everything that you have been given. You have threw it out the window. And when you show his sweet little face and you talk about all the things that he couldn't do, surely people other than me think, why didn't she do something to honor her brother? Like run a race, one of the, when they get out there and run. I don't know what it's called right now because it's pretty uptight right now. Why didn't you do something with your life that would have honored him? The fact that he lived as long as he did, he lived that long because he was loved. Your mother, no matter what her faults were, she loved that boy, and she took sole care of him. No one else did it. No one. I know you didn't do it, and I know it was her. She would hold him and carry him even as a teenager. And what'd you do? You just sitting around trying to figure out how you could destroy their relationship, how you could tear them apart. And I don't have proof of this. I mean, I've got what I've heard, but you were the instrument trying to get your brother taken away. And if you did have anything to do with him ending up in that home, you contributed to his death because he was grieving for your mom, and you should be ashamed. You should be so ashamed. And I'm going to tell you something. I have not spent my life thinking of how to destroy you or raising my children to hate you. No, it's quite the opposite. You are a afterthought. You are like having to go to the bathroom thought. That's what you are. Like I don't check on you. I don't see your stupid videos right when you put them out. I sure don't. I wait. And when I get a second, like when you have to go to the bathroom and stuff, I'll look at them. And it kind of shocked me today because I didn't know anything I didn't know what was going on. I was told um about it. And I got this little video going because that's my life right there. Easter, we spend hours making bunny tracks outside for the babies to find and come in the house to get their baskets. My life revolves around these children, my family that I have right here. And that's what you can't understand. You 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 could have been. And I've had people ask me, how could it be that anyone could just be done with someone? And like I've said, and I'll say it again, you are the most cruel, vindictive, awful person, related or not, that I have ever come across. All you do is destroy. I can honestly say all you do is kill, steal, and destroy. Because you've done all three. Maybe not with your own hands. And you can confess your innocence all you want. But I know that you had emails for a while to Kenneth telling him, you were telling him ways to get rid of her, to get rid of Roberta Laws, who, by the way, was in a wheelchair, whose legs didn't work, and yours did. Yours sure did, didn't they? They climbed in that truck and they went, and you sat out there waiting on him to do what, to get rid of her. And he did. Say what you want, Mary. Proclaim what you want. You're not mental. You're mental, but in a dark, evil way. Very dark, evil way. I'm going to stop this one and start another because I don't like to go this long because it confuses me. But I do got a little more things I want to share.